Monica!
Time to see what Monica's poem's all about.
Hi, Silbert. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Always. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
Kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Filbert. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? I forgot to put my fucking panties on.
And you're naked.
But that's the sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. Is it breezy in here?
Yeah, like it's like flowing.
I hand Monica my poem.
Mm-hmm. I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like.
Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common.
Oh, well... We may be good friends, but Sierra and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being.
It's kind of weird that your mouse is hovering over her boobs.
Where?
When you were
was
clicking,
it?
Yeah, you were like clicking right on her boob.
Oh, that's funny. I haven't even been noticing my mouse. I've just been clicking.
Oh, even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
It's just like... You sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness.
And sadness.
Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. You know, guy on guy, girl on girl, group, interracial, you know.
With animals.
Wait, there's a lot. Oops, never mind.
Oh, just me? I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. Wink, wink. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles.
Personally, mine's doggy.
But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write.
Why'd you kind of say that?
Because it's advice.
Oh.
I don't know.
It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything, because they'll never love you.
No. Like, it's another repeat, like, ah ha ha.
Yeah, he's like...
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
No.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident.
It's in my contract.
That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then.
You read.
Okay.
You're better...
Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No. I can't see. I'm blind.
I'm blind.
I reel. Oh, blind. Like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas! Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Is this supposed to be an eye hole?
Is it a glory hole?
So, what do you think?
Your voice is
I know,
starting to get more and more like Toad.
I know. I went to Toad here. I need a drink.
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
Oh, Rick, you sound like an idiot. What was that inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly.
Like your cologne. You could use a little less.
Who are you trying to impress, man?
People in China?
Well, they're from Japan. It's not that far.
Okay, yeah. I'm thinking like in terms of Canada.
Yeah.
Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point.
So take a tablet of acid.
That'll really get the writer's block. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Phew. Guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. Holy fuck. Why did that like stump me? It's
been a
as
long
if
day.
Yeah, it's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is the literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes landed on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come off nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Filbert did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some of my suggestions of my own. God, I couldn't read there. First of all...
Excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Filbert liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yare.
That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Filbert appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. I was full of myself. I would deliberately go out my way to make everything I do overly cutesy and show off my breasts.
Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Filbert started showing up.
Natsuki.
Natsuki,
No.
that's a little...
Okay. Oh, right, it's Monica, sorry. This doesn't involve you.
It doesn't involve you.
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Oops, I hit the wrong. I accidentally hit history or save or something.
Filbert. She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not forcing them to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Filbert.
But wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's because there's memes. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings in the most effective way. That is not what that said at the
That's
end.
fine, yeah, same meaning.
Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. Like this flat-chested girl next to me. Because every animated-related game seems to talk about their boobs at least once.
At least once.
You understand that, right, Filbert?
Well...
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Oh, whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh God.
So of course that's going to be...
Wait. I don't know. I guess we could. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out next
Yeah.
episode. We'll figure out this dilemma.
Put your guesses in the comments.
Yeah, straw poll. Just kidding.